That short video via Oxpeckers is about Calvinia in the Western Cape, where the main dam supplying the town ran dry last year. What's happened in Calvinia might become a reality for Cape Town and other towns in the region if drastic steps are not taken to save water and if rain doesn't fall in the catchment areas of the dams. Tomorrow, the 1st of June, the City of Cape Town will implement stringent level 4 water restrictions. This means any use of potable water outside the home will completely be banned. This includes gardens and pool top-ups. In Mayor Patricia de Lille's 2017 and 2018 budget speech, she announced that there will be increase in water tariffs. This evening, we're doing a special feature about water crisis, and we'll also look at possible solutions and things you can do at home to save water. I have Dr. Kirsty Carden, who is a research coordinator at the Future Water Institute at OurCity. Before we talk to her, let's take a look at this drone video by vlogger Nick Red. This video, shot and produced by Nick, gives a bird's eye view of 4 Cape Town's water sources. Since then, the situation has deteriorated even further. Check out his YouTube channel for more videos he shot. Let's take a look at the video.
Hey guys, before we get into the drone footage, I just want to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Nick Red. I have a YouTube channel. I upload videos weekly, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could like this video and subscribe. Please also share this video so that we can spread awareness on how empty our dams really are. And it's something I'm passionate about, and it's something I want to bring to people's attention. So thank you very much for watching. Here's the footage.
South Africa is considered to be a water-scarce country and the 30th driest country in the world. Dr. Kirsty Carden, Research Coordinator at the Future Water Institute at UCT, is joining us to talk more about how we can save water. Dr. Carden, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Western Cape is known for this season as the rainy season, but things have changed over the years. What would you say are some of the possible reasons we are facing water challenges currently?
So there certainly have been changes over the years, but we are currently in the middle of a drought, which is a natural phenomenon that happens on a cyclical basis. The 2015 was considered one of the driest years we've had on record. It was followed again by another below average year in 2016, and this year is starting out to be pretty dry as well. It's certainly starting out slowly, and the predictions are that we could have yet another low rainfall or below average rainfall year. But apart from the actual drought conditions itself, urbanization and population increases have made an impact. As more people move into the cities, Cape Town has grown by over 50% in the last 20 odd years to a city that's now around 4 million people. And our dams, our surface water reservoirs have only grown, the capacity has only grown by about 15%. So we've known for a long time that we are at some point going to run out of surface water, and that we need to start thinking about other ways of doing it.
Now, we're often told that we must use water sparingly, but in terms of practical solutions, would you say there are practical solutions that we can adopt in trying to deal with what is currently happening?
So we've got to save water. Ultimately, we really are heading into a situation where if we don't take this seriously, we're going to be in deep trouble. So I think every resident has a part to play in this, and we have to start changing the way we manage our water. So at a household level, while there may seem to be fairly small changes, installing things like rainwater tanks, reusing water, not checking that there are no leaks, not leaving taps open when you do things like brushing your teeth and washing your hands, saving your shower water so that you can flush your toilets with it, or using, in any case, we should not be using our potable water to flush toilets right now. Thinking about our gardens differently, growing different plants, putting in very drought-tolerant plants, so indigenous fynbos plants that don't need a lot of water, cutting down on lawns, swimming pools, making sure if you've got a swimming pool, and there will come a time that I think, if the situation gets worse, then people shouldn't be having their own swimming pools. That if you do have a swimming pool, make sure you have a cover for it, those sort of things. So they are using water efficient devices, low flow shower heads, low flush toilets, only flushing when you absolutely have to, filling your dishwasher and your washing machine before you put them on, or there's sort of little tricks and tips that householders can do to try and save water.
But on a more bigger scale, because a lot of people say that there is no tangible solution in place, in terms of what government put in place, your institution, for example, are you in talks? Are you trying to see how we can find something to this?
Yeah, absolutely. So the research that we do as part of Future Water is very geared towards trying to see how we can diversify water sources, how we can make cities more resilient to these sort of changes in climate over time, or even just to short-term droughts and other shocks that hit cities. So we're looking at ways of bringing in other resources into the resource mix. Cape Town is very dependent on surface water resources. 95% of its water comes from dams outside of the catchment. So if we don't have good rains, then the dams are not sufficient to provide enough water. So we need to look at things like managing our stormwater better so that we can absorb it into the ground and extract it at a later time through schemes like managed aquifer recharge. So we're looking at groundwater abstraction much more positively, and treated effluent reuse has to come into the mix. We have to start using the wastewater from our sewage treatment works and the grey water from other wastewater streams.
Well,
to put that
Dr.
in.
Carden, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully that the listeners at home will be able to do something in saving more water.